everyone, thanks for stopping by. I'm Kara Elizabeth, a 3-5 emotional manifestor, here to provide you with your weekly energetic weather report via human design, a system that combines aspects of astrology, the I Ching, the chakra system, and the Kabbalistic tree of life. Now, every human design journey begins with looking up your unique human design chart, and you can do that at www.myhumandesign.com. Transits are the specific energies that are present in the universe at any given moment. I go over the sun and earth, the sun being our main experience and the earth being how we're grounding in it. And each transit tends to hang around for about 6 days. Now, my goal is to provide you with a general cosmic heads up on how you can expect to feel, what you can expect to experience, and how to best navigate your week. So if you're ready to go, let's get started. All right, you guys, it is that time of the week again. The transits have officially shifted. And this week we are going to be transiting the spleen and heart centers. And through transit, we are also going to have a defined throat as well as a defined heart. So be sure and check your charts if you don't know already whether or not those two energy centers are defined or not for you, because this may be a little bit of a different type of experience for you, especially if you normally have those two centers, like I said, the throat and the heart, undefined. So go ahead and check that. If you don't already have your chart, you can look that up for free by going to www.myhumandesign.com and looking that up. And of course, if you have any questions about that, just feel free to leave them in the comments and I will respond to you as soon as I can. So let's dive right on in. So the sun, which is going to be our main energetic theme and experience this week, and the energy that all of humanity is going to be working with is gate 48. This is going to come out of the spleen center. So the spleen is our intuition center. It's a center that's focused on our well-being, etc. So this one is known as the gate of depth. And so it's exactly what it sounds. This energy is going to make every single one of us a very deep human being. So, and not everybody's like this. You know, if you don't normally have this energy defined in your chart, you know, you may not go as deep as someone who normally has this, which, for example, I have this defined in my chart. It's what makes me a manifestor. I have that entire channel, the 4816, and I can tell you I tend to be a very, very deep individual. So with this is the energy. And I can tell you from my experience with it, of living with it my entire life, you are going to become a well of wisdom this week if you can really tap into this and allow the energy to do whatever it needs to do for you. Because, of course, we are all very unique individuals. So it's going to be unique. Why can't I talk? It's going to be very unique experiences with this. So let's go ahead and just get started. And let's see what Jenna Zoe has to say about this one. So this is where we're going to be experiencing having a huge internal life. So where you can feel things very deeply, and we're going to be able to tap into what's beneath the surface very, very easily this week. So because we are being gifted this ability for the next 6 days or so, we're going to be able to tap in deep. And we're going to be able to tap into a level of true wisdom that some of us may not be able to tap into without this coming in through transit. And we're going to be gifted an intuitive understanding of how life works, just very generally, how life works. And this wisdom is a deep, deep well. It's a limitless resource that others can come to whenever they need to develop their own wisdom. So that right there is the key. This is what the universe is trying to cultivate in us this week. It's trying to help us develop a deeper relationship with ourselves and tapping into our own intuitive wisdom. So beautiful. So with this one, the wisdom and depth that comes with this energy, it's only going to come out in the moment. So you're not going to be able to force this. You're not going to be able to force your wisdom to come out. I can tell you that's true because I've tried to do it many times. I'm just like, I swear to God, you guys, I'm like really smart. But then it just won't come out. And I come across as very, we'll just keep it at labeling it. I come across very interesting, and I feel like I can also come across as being very naive sometimes, but it couldn't be further from the truth. But the key with this one is it's only going to come out in the moment when there's an actual need for it. So this is where you have to tap into a super deep trust of this gift and of this energy, and trusting that it will come out and come forth exactly when you need it to. So once something actually happens in real time, this is when the clarity is going to drop in. Or when someone else has a conundrum, you may catch yourself knowing what it's all about. It's going to be in these moments that you're going to be able to see what a highly developed EQ you have, which when she says EQ, it's emotional intelligence. But most of the time in this energy, you're going to be highly unaware of it. And you may even be plagued by this false belief that you don't have what it takes, which I feel like from what I just said, I can concur. Yes. And that you are incompetent and couldn't possibly accomplish what you desire. Yes. A lot of times, because, like I said, this energy comes out only when necessary, only when you actually need it to. So a lot of times I can feel like I can come across in that way, or at least that's how I feel like I'm coming across, because it's like I could be sitting there, because this is a very internal process, this energy, very internal process. And so it can be really difficult to communicate it because it is so deep. But when you're going within and you're actually feeling it and experiencing this within your body, I can tell you, you feel like a complete and total genius, like you have everything figured out, but then try and communicate it. You feel like a complete doofus. So most of the time. So when I can say, when I've needed it, it does come out, but sometimes it just don't work like I want it to. But that's the key. It doesn't work like I want it to. And that's that. But anyways, let's just move forward. So how can we make the most out of this energy and the gift of this while we have it? And that is by first prioritizing your emotional development. So doing inner work and being in touch with your feelings and intuitions is a super duper important component to you achieving your purpose. This is going to be your secret weapon. Because those feelings are intel, which always contain guidance on how to turn something into something better, period. The second way we're going to make the most out of this energy is by facing our fears. So it is in the depths of every human being that lies our greatest magic and our greatest darkness. They are locked in there together. The more we are okay to look at what our fears are, the more magic is going to reveal itself. Especially when we are experiencing Gate 48. The deeper you can go in this, the more fulfilled you will be. So don't apologize or hide your depth simply because the world has taught you that emotional depth is counter to intelligence, as this will always, always, always keep you out of your kind of intelligence, which is innate life wisdom. Now, if you're struggling here, which of course, we're all going to be unlocking this chest of our own inner light and darkness, our deepest light, our deepest darkness. So, I'm sure you can imagine that could potentially be a shit show. So if you're more in the shit show side of this week, this is going to be the information that you're going to want to save. Okay? Because this is going to be how to get out of that. And that is by Jesus. Okay. Do not let your mind convince you that something is missing in you. So when you have such a vast inner landscape, like we're all going to have and be experiencing, we're going to be all opening up to our vast inner landscapes now. You are going to see the gaps and lacks so much more clearly. You are also going to have no visibility on what you're capable of until you actually put it into action. So ironically, being so deep can make you feel like you don't have what it takes. It's as if there are certain things that other people possess that make them successful, happy, etc. And you're going to feel like you don't have them, which is going to lead you to fear that you'll never get there yourself. So if you look back at your life, though, you're going to see that you always got the answers at exactly the right times they were needed. This is the gift of this energy. And the more you can really, really see how this has always happened, the more you will be able to trust that you will actually always receive what it takes on your journey to set you up to succeed every step of the way. So trust here, you guys. Trust is the key to get you unstuck if you find yourself stuck in this week, is trust. Trust that you are going to have exactly what you need, exactly when you need it, period. Let nothing else, like if you don't think of anything else this week, please think of that. Think on that. Let your mind roll that around in its head over and over again this week. You are always going to have everything you need exactly when you need it. And I can attest to that. That is been 100% true. Now, it ain't going to come when you want it or when you feel like you need it, but it's going to come when you actually need it. I promise, every time. Now, moving into the Earth transit. So this is how we're going to be grounding in our Sun transit this week. This is coming out of the heart, and this is gate 21. And this is all about cultivating personal power. That's the energy that this one is going to carry. So when we experience the gift of 21, this is going to make us want to take charge both of ourselves and others. And taking charge of your own life primarily means that we're going to feel like that we are here to become financially independent and abundant. And this is where it's going to be very healthy for us this week to be motivated by money, because we have to know and understand that this is just a part of our path in this life. And this energy is going to come in and give us all the desire to be able to give ourselves every material thing that we could ever want. So it also is going to mean that we're going to want to feel very in charge with the choices that we're making for our own lifestyles, whether that be with your wardrobe, your environment, your food choices, etc. Please do not mistake these as, being silly endeavors, because this is actually going to be a part of you learning to master the material plane, which is what the universe is trying to cultivate in us here through this Earth transit this week. And so we're going to be experiencing all of this depth within ourselves, and we're going to be grounding all of that knowledge and wisdom that we learn here into the physical, tangible, material world. Is that not amazing how these transits work? I feel like they never cease to amaze me, and how it comes together and how they work together so beautifully, and how these transits are paired together so beautifully each week, and so always so supportive of us. It's mind-blowing to me. And ultimately, this earth experience is going to help us feel powerful in ourselves. And by feeling powerful, we're going to be able to help others tap into their power as well. So it always starts with you first, and then you can share that gift with other people that may not get there as easily as you, or may be struggling in this energy. So it's truly beautiful. And we're always all in service to other people, whether we realize it or not. But we are all going to have this energy that radiates assertion and self-assuredness this week, which ultimately is going to make other people very happy to receive our directions or things that we're sharing with them. It's going to make other people feel like much more receptive to us because we have this self-assuredness and assertive energy. So, love that. Okay. Now, how can we make the most out of this energy while we have it? And that is by getting comfortable taking charge. So if you are not typically comfortable with being a leader, you better get comfy real quick, because that's exactly what we're tapping into right now, honey. So people with this gift, which is going to be me, you, and everyone else for the next 6 days, we're going to be very comfortable directing other people because that's what we're being asked to do right now. So if you hate being told what to do by others, this is not a bad thing, because this is the way we're all going to be experiencing life this week. We're not going to be wanting to be told what to do. But the lesson here is learning to become your own boss. So life is going to make taking other people's direction very unpleasant for you, because it wants you to tap into what you want and follow your own direction, not someone else's. So, if you don't feel comfortable directing others, ask yourself what negative associations or fears that you may have about being in a powerful position. So, understand that when done with good consciousness, it can only benefit others. Directing others does not put you above them, it puts you in their service. So when you can see your role of power as the ultimate act of service, those discomforts of being in charge are going to dissolve. Now, if you're struggling a little bit here, a way that we can feel blocked here is by experiencing the energy of control. So the negative side of taking charge in this energy is being controlling. There's a difference. There's a difference in directing versus controlling. So in the areas of life where you become obsessive, compulsive, superstitious, or controlling of other people, these are when you are using this gift in the wrong places and for the wrong things. This gift should be used to feel more sovereign and free over your own life and to guide others towards the same thing. So use this gift of directing people in the specific areas where you have value to give, and refrain from telling them how to live their own life. Your ego is going to push you to do that latter thing because it will tell you that you have all the answers. And your fear will tell you that you are safer when you're micromanaging everything, controlling everything. The antidote to this, though, is to always return to the intention of service, to your duty and responsibility to steer a ship for other people with humility and a pure heart. That is who you are at the core of this. So feel free to save this, bookmark it, come back to it, because of course, like, this could potentially be a challenging transit. But I know, my friends, that you are going to be up to this challenge, because we look at challenges from a curiosity perspective, and it's going to be fun. Make it a game. So let's see how deep we can go, my friends. And of course, please reach out If you are struggling at any point and need a friend, I am here for you. I live with these two energies on a daily basis, so I have a lot of experience here that I would be more than happy to share with you. And with that, just know that if you want to work with me in a deeper capacity, all of my links to anything and everything Kara Elizabeth are going to be down in the description box. Also, for the month of October, if you do not follow me on social media, that is where I'm going to be posting all of this information. So you can, I have links to my Facebook and Instagram down in the details box so that you can keep up with that. But I am going to be offering 30-minute mediumship readings just for the month of October. I have not offered these readings or done this type of work since the filming for my show Sisters in Spirit completed around this time last year. And so I felt the call. I feel really, really excited and confident to get back into this type of work because it's a really, truly beautiful and it's a very deep way to connect with others. So, I mean, am I really surprised that this came up this week for me to offer? But anyways, those readings, they're going to be done over Zoom. They're 30 minutes. You will get a recording of your reading sent to you after. These are going to be $50 a piece, and if you would like more information on what exactly that entails as far as a mediumship reading goes with me, please reach out and ask. And also, if you would like to book with me, I ask that you please reach out and do so. And reach out for me for that link to book. So with that, I'm going to leave you with an I love you and a good luck, and I will see you guys next week.